Hey everybody, Steve Baskus here. Just want to let you know, if you're listening with your computer or your iPhone, try to put some headphones in because you'll enjoy the recording better. This is a binaural recording. I'm using Sennheiser Ambio in-ear headphone/microphone system to record this. And this recording is supposed to complement an article I wrote about how blind people deal with physical mail. Stuff, letters, things that are mailed to you in the post. And so you should read that article. And I'll be posting it on LinkedIn, on my main webpage, baskis.com, baskis.com, and probably Facebook. But I talk a lot about, in this article that I wrote, I talk a lot about how I use, how I open mail and use my sense of touch to decipher and discern, differentiate different things amongst different types of letters. But I also talk about technology and OCR, optical character recognition, to scan and read back the, letter that I have received from somebody, a company, a person, mostly computer-based text. But also, I talk about the different things like the iPhone and the screen reader voiceover. So I'm here in my master bedroom. I'm in front of the Epson scanner that I use. It's a small scanner. It's like, it feels like an old school printer, but it collapses down. It condenses into this small system. And I'm standing right in front of it. So if I put my hand on top of it, I can feel buttons. Actually, right now I don't feel any of the buttons because there's a tray that kind of folds over and collapses on top of it. So I'm going to lift it up, and then I can extend it a little bit up and outward away from the body of this scanner. And this is where the paper feeds into the top of the scanner. This is not a flatbed scanner. This is just a scanner that can accept multi-sheets of paper. And then there are some buttons here on the main part of the body to the right. If you have questions about this scanner, I left the model name in the article I wrote. But there are some buttons here on the right side of the scanner. I don't have them all memorized. The very top one, when you're standing in front of it, which is a long, rectangular button, is the on-off button. And you have to hold it for a while, and you'll hear the scanner do its, calibration. But I'm going to pull out another tray. It's the lower tray, which will capture the paper that is fed through it. And it has a little stopper that I flipped up. And so if you read that article, you can kind of follow along. I basically open up my letter, and I do that by making sure that I know where the transparent window is. Most letters have that transparent window where you can see the addressee, where it's being sent to. To me, of course, it would say my name and my address probably. If you feel that, then you know that that's like the front of the letter, right? If you can't see, like me, I'm completely blind. And all of this helps me be independent, so I don't have to work with a sighted person. Well, identifying the front of the envelope is such an important consideration. And so if you can imagine, you find that transparent window, and then you feel on the back of that envelope the little V-shaped adhered section where you rip the envelope usually. I would open up the letter, which I've already opened up one, and I have a document, basically, multiple sheets of paper here. I have, I think, 4 sheets of paper. I don't know if there's text on both sides, like if it's double-sided sheets of paper with printed text or what. So what I would do is I would sit at my kitchen island, and I would use my iPhone to quickly discern, figure out what maybe this letter is. So let's try that. If I open up my phone,
settings.
I'm going to turn it up. I'm holding it right here in front of me.
Calendar, Friday, March 17th, one new notification.
And if I, I'm going to flick up.
Home, settings.
It said home settings. I'll try to, I have it sped up a little bit. It's 60% speed. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of my folders.
Education folder, health folder, 5 blind folder, 4 apps.
It's called a blind folder. And in this folder, I have an application called Seeing AI.
One-step reader, Seeing AI.
So if I open up Seeing AI, I'm in this application now, and at the bottom of it,
channel, short text, adjustable.
Says channel, short text, adjustable. So I'm going to leave it on that short text. Now, if I move my phone, which is not facing the piece of paper right now, I'm holding the piece of paper in my left hand over here, and my phone
channel, adjustable,
in my right hand. If I put it over the paper, and there may not be any light in here, so let's see. Hey Siri, turn master bedroom light on. So this, I probably have the paper upside down, so I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to hold.
Begin date, V, J. Show you are entitled to receive the benefits payable under G/13I// read this percentage because you were awarded the Purple Heart Medal for service on or around September. IL.
So
beginning on or August. Now be processed at the benefit.
So it's reading something, and it said something about a Purple Heart, and I could kind of piece it together because, of course, I have context. This is my VA letter for my education benefits for the GI Bill because I'm going to college at Berklee College of Music. So see, I have a piece of paper here that I quickly identified with this Seeing AI application, which is an iOS application for the Apple iPhone. And I hold it up to it.
And C, W-A-Y, C-O, Vasquez, have been started education benefits under.
And so I get a little bit of information. And I would do this quickly for each piece of mail I get, and I'd neatly organize it. Then, I could use this application I'm using on my iPhone to do things, but what I'm going to do instead, to do things in the sense of scanning the document even further and being more precise with the text that would be read back to me, I'm going to feed this into my scanner, and basically scan the document and turn it into a PDF. And I'm going to demonstrate how that works. So I place the 4 pieces of paper into the tray on the scanner, and then I will grab my phone and I'll open up another application. So I'm going to go back to my home
settings
page. I'm going to go to productivity, the productivity folder.
Settings, productivity/utilities folder, 10 apps, 3 new items.
And in here,
productivity/utilities heading,
I have an application called the Epson Document Scan application, and I'll open it up.
Notes, reminders, 3, document scan.
And so,
document scan button.
Before I press this scan button, which you heard,
now the info, scan button,
I'll have to turn the scanner on. So I'm going to hold this rectangular button in the top right corner, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And usually it makes some noise. So let's see. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Let's just give it a second. Take the paper out of it real quick. 1,000, 2, 1,000. There we go. So it's doing its little calibration. Now I'll set this paper back into it, this letter that I have. I just know that it's something to do with my veterans education benefits, okay? So I fed it here into this scanner, and now I have this Epson document scan app open.
Files, scan, button.
If I click on scan,
Load documents into the scanner. Searching for scanners.
it's going to search for the scanner.
Home, back
And
button.
if it finds it, I get this page
Scan, heading.
where I have scan settings.
Load documents into the scanner and tap scan. Scan settings, heading.
So I'm going to slow this down.
Headings, describe images, screen recognition, language, audio, speaking rate, character, speaking rate, 55, 50, 45%, 50%.
For people who are not, used to listening to a screen reader.
Audio, language, screen recognition, described, heading, word, headings.
And so this application has some options here. Let's see.
Document size, auto, button.
The document size, it can be automatically set.
Image type, black and white, button.
That's good. I want it to be the image type to be black and white.
Resolution, standard, 300 dpi, button.
Resolution, I'll just keep it the same.
Scanning side, double-sided, button.
Actually, we could probably make it the DPI even higher, maybe.
Detect double feed, switched button, on.
It'll detect if there's a double feed or
Skip blank pages, switched button, on.
or double-sided, text, on both sides of the paper.
Scanning side, double-sided. Skip file save settings, heading.
And so file save settings,
Image format, PDF, button.
I'm going to make it a PDF. So it'll be a document. So these 4 pieces of paper will become one document. And if there is, 2, 4, 6, 8, there's double sides to these 4 pages, then there'll be so many, but it will skip any blank pages.
Location, this app, button.
I can save it to this app. So there's a place where I can put a name.
File name, 2023, 2023.
So I clicked on it. I'm going to edit it.
Text field, clear text,
I'm going to
button.
clear this.
Clear text,
And
1
I'm
of
going
1.
to use dictation, and I'm just going to call it
Dictate, button.
test document.
Clear text, cap I, text field is editing, test document, insertion point at
And
end.
then I'll hit done.
Dictate, done. Done. Home.
And
back
now
button.
I'm ready to scan. So I know if I drag my finger to the bottom of my iPhone,
Toolbar, scan, button.
there's a scan button. As soon as I press this, it should feed the 4 pieces of paper into the scanner and start scanning. So I'm going to hit scan.
Scan. Scanning, ellipsis.
And so it's scanning the documents, and I can feel them all collected here in the bottom tray now.
Black and white processing, abort, button.
And so now on my phone, if I pick it back up, I can abort,
Abort, button.
or
Scanned images, heading.
I can hit done,
Toolbar, done, button. Abort, button.
and I can save.
Save, button. Alert, scan data was saved in this app.
And then so it was saved into this app. And once I say
Okay,
okay,
button. Home, back button.
I'm here where I can view the document. It's selected right now. So if I go to the bottom right corner,
Toolbar, tool view, button.
it says tool view. I can click on this.
Text field, done, done, button.
And then the document is here. If I touch, Apple has its own kind of OCR nowadays. So if I touch one of these images,
Image, test doc, image, a white page with black text. Use SSOMO. 101213222012.
so it's reading something, but it's not doing a great job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag my finger to the bottom,
Toolbar, share, button.
find this share button, and then
Dismiss pop-up.
I'm going to save it to files.
Print, button. New quick note. Import to act. Save as draft. Save to Dropbox. Edit action. Import to save to files. Button.
Save to files means iCloud files. And because I use the Apple ecosystem, I like to use Apple, files.
Save to files.
And I have
Veteran Administration.
a normal place where I save these.
The 17th of scan physical mail. Back button. Scan.
There's a folder on my computer called Scanned Physical Mail, and I'm just going to save it here.
Save button. Done. button.
So now,
Done button.
the nice thing about that is I can share that PDF document with a sighted person via email or text message, and they could help me better understand what the document is, because it's just an image, a scanned image like everybody sees when they get a PDF. Or if I want to be independent, I can go to Files.
File storage folder, 4 apps.
And my Files
Dropbox.
application is in this file storage folder where I have Dropbox and Google Drive.
Drive. Files.
So I click on Files.
File.
I drag my finger to the bottom of this window.
Tab bar. Shared. Tab.
And I go to
selected. Browse. Tab. 3. Select.
I go to Browse and then iCloud Drive.
Search. Location. iCloud Drive. Desktop.
And then I go to my desktop.
Beta Machina.
And at the top, because I have it sorted by time, stamp, like by when it was created or edited.
New Machinist. Audio hot. Generic. Social media. Scan physical mail.
The Scan Physical Mail folder is at the top. So if I click on it,
The 28th of January. Test document 19.
we see Test Document. This is the document I scanned. So
Test document.
I'll open it up, and then in here I'll also go to Share.
Toolbar. Search. Share button.
And
Test document.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the one-step application.
Dismiss. Close button. Dismiss pop-up. Close mail. Word. WhatsApp. Notes. Drop. Teams. Mail. Drive. Messenger. Gmail. More button.
Basically what I'm doing here is I'm going to open this PDF document in the one-step application.
Copy. Print. Add tag. Save to test doc. Send. Add tag. Add print. Copy. More button.
So if I go to More,
Done. Fit air message word WhatsApp notes drop teams mailchimp drive message Gmail Acrobat one-step reader.
this is what I'm looking for, the one-step reader. So I'll open it in here.
One-step reader. Recognize this document button.
And you hear it say, recognize this document. This is for OCR, optical character recognition. It's going to scan it, and then it'll start reading it to me.
Processing image.
December 2020 Personalized Career Planning and Guidance, PCPG, helping you plan your career transition. What is
Previous
PCPG?
pause button.
You are eligible for the GI Bill, but do you know that you are also eligible for personalized career plan?
So see, that's how I would read my mail. And so I hope this makes sense to you and gave you an idea of what it's like to be blind and use technology. There are a lot of different ways to achieve this. This was just one of many ways that I scan my information in. And there are quicker ways and slower ways. But I hope this is informative and you learn something from it. So take care, everybody.